Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you're new here, welcome. Hope you can stick around. I share my lifestyle / motherhood videos. Today's video I am going to be making about baby essentials. This is big because there's a lot of videos out there that say minimal, that have all the fancy baby products that share a lot of different things. I'm a mom of 3, so because I have 3 kids, I have some experience in the baby stage and what they're going to use even after, they're a year old. So I have my list here on my lap. I'm going to be checking it twice and letting you know everything that I've needed throughout my newborn stage all the way. I mean, some of the things I still use with my 3-year-old. Hold on, I don't have one. I have a 4-year-old. Okay, I'm going to start off with diapers and wipes. This is something that is maybe obvious, but it is something that is very essential. Diapers are incredible. Almost every time I use one, I'm like, I don't know how people lived in the olden days where they had to wash off everything, and I give props to all you moms out there who cloth diaper. Good job. I like disposable diapers, but they're very necessary. I'm very thankful that we have them here now, and that's a very huge convenience for us to have and use. Same with wipes. Babies spit up, they have stuff go on their clothes, they have blowouts. My other kids are messy and they're just always very dirty, so wet wipes are a huge must, even over 1 year old. I also like to have these little bags. They're little plastic bags. I love to put their dirty diapers in here if they have a blowout and it's all over the clothes and you don't want to put it into the diaper bag. I love these and they're so convenient. They're very thin. They don't take a lot of space up, so these are a really good thing to have to put your diapers and wipes into. My second tip is going to be a bathtub, and these are in no particular order. Let's go with it. For newborn stage, I had this little plastic bathtub that I put water into. I did really like that one. I used to have like the bath insert where the baby goes, but you have to fill up the whole bathtub. Because my bathtub was used by my other 2 kids, I like the plastic one where I can put it on the counter in the bathroom or on the floor or wherever I'm going to be bathing him, and he has his own little area until he got a little bigger to join them. So I also liked, after 6 weeks old, this thing was incredible. I was so skeptical about this item at first. It seemed very dangerous in my opinion, but it's really good. Obviously, no matter where you're bathing your baby or with what, you have to be present and within arm's reach of your baby. That's a must, but it's like a floaty that goes around the neck, and it kind of keeps their neck from the water, from their head out of the water and supported, but their body is in the water, so they're in the bathtub, and my babies have loved this. They get to flutter around without anything restricting them, but it still holds up their head, so I think it's safe. I don't think it's safe to have other siblings in the bathtub because I've tried that and it was just, I took them out. Also, a rectal thermometer. That is the most accurate thermometer. The other ones that I've tried, like under the armpit, they're all squirming. I don't know. It doesn't get as accurate reading as a rectal thermometer. I've also tried with my latest baby, my 3rd baby. I got the forehead one, but that thing is very inaccurate. It has like a very big jump of temperatures. Like every minute that I use it, it'll show a different number, and I'm like, hey, which one's the real one? So rectal thermometer is the best and most accurate. So going along with that is, if the baby's sick, a baby Tylenol or Motrin or something like that you will need, and I like to have, just in case, from the beginning, even before the baby was born, in my preparation, I like to have that on hand so that I don't have to like run out somewhere. When I had William, we got COVID when he was 3 weeks old. So he was just this tiny newborn, and I'm very happy that I had some medicine on hand. Going on to my next must-have is the Nosefrida. It's like a nose sucker where you suck the snot out of their noses. it works great. So it might be disgusting, it might sound disgusting, but there's a filter, nothing gets into your mouth. So it works incredibly, and I'm happy that I had that as well, especially for these circumstances that I was not able to predict. My next must-have is nail clippers. Babies have very sharp, long nails. They grow so fast. So I really like to keep them short so that they don't scratch me or scratch themselves. With this baby, I am so thankful that I finally purchased the Bibs Pacifier. I love it. I bought both the Bibs and the Frigs brand of pacifiers, and I did a lot of research about pacifiers, and my other two never took them. I tried a lot of different ones. I tried Nook, I tried Mams. I think that my other two babies didn't like those pacifiers because they had a tapered end. It was more of a flat pacifier rather than a round pacifier, and William loves it. He loves this pacifier. I don't give it to him all the time, just like while he naps or sleeps, but these did work, and I'm so thankful that my third finally took a pacifier. It has been such a help in the car or anywhere to have him be content on his own for just a little bit. I also splurged on a Solly wrap. They are around $60, as I believe. For me, that was expensive for like this long piece of fabric, especially that I didn't know if I was going to use it. I bought one and I wore it for all three babies. It is such good quality. I really like that it's a fabric and it has that like closeness with your baby. There's no like hard harnesses that you have to have in the way. It's just you and your baby, and just like very cuddly. I love that, and it's pretty easy to put on. So I'd really recommend that as well, especially if this isn't your first baby. You have multiple other kids that you have to take care of, so it's fast and easy and you can carry him that way. I have two things that are things that I would really not like to live without, and that is the Hakka cup and a sound machine. So I'll talk about the sound machine a bit later, but the Hakka cup is just this silicone suction breast pump. It is so good with getting out milk, especially in the beginning after I just give birth and my milk comes on the third day. My milk supply is just overflowing. It is going everywhere all the time. And while the baby's feeding on one side, I put the Hakka cup on the other side, and it catches like 2 to 5 ounces of milk just from feeding him on one side. So it has been amazing to grow my storage, my freezer storage, and that comes along with having the little breast milk bags to put your milk into. Those are really helpful as well. So I really recommend the Hakka. It has been incredible. I've had multiple. I really like the one that has the base. The first one that I had with my very first baby, it didn't have that base, so it would like fall over sometimes. I did get the one with the base and the little cap on top. I never really used the cap because I would always put it into the Ziploc bag right away, so I didn't have the need to put that on, but very great product. I am a breastfeeding mom, but I really like to have formula on hand. It is something that I would always put into my baby's diaper bag. I would have the little proportioned size ones so that just in case I had to go somewhere or do something or an emergency happened, that my baby would always have milk to drink. I would also keep a bottle in the diaper bag, and bottles is another thing that you will probably need even if you're breastfeeding. Just like I said, in emergencies, I would really like to keep formula and some bottles on hand and introduce him to a bottle earlier on so that he will have both feeding ways. So on to my most favorite, loved hack, I don't know what to call it, is a sound machine. I love sound machines. I use them all the time. I wouldn't really say I have a favorite because anything that makes that noise is doing the purpose. I've tried Hatch, I've tried some other brands as well. Anything that makes that sound really loud is fantastic. I love it because I'm not afraid to have guests over, or if my kids are screaming so loudly, playing here or anything. I'm not trying to shush them. I'm not trying to have them calm down or anything. I'm letting them be kids, but my baby is still sleeping because he's listening to that sound, and that sound is covering any other sounds that may be going on in the background. My older two kids, who's 2 and 4, they still sleep with the sound machine, and I still like that. I don't know if I'm going to take that away anytime in the future. It has helped me so much. We can go wild camping in a tent and I will have the sound machine, and you know, we're right by the tent making food or having a bonfire or something, and they're not waking up because we're singing or doing something else. So sound machine is a must have for me. That's probably my #1 item. Maybe not, maybe it would be diapers. Who knows? Who knows? My next item is footed PJs. So the ones that have zippers, the ones that are easy to put on, the ones that you don't have to put socks on a baby because those socks will always get lost and fall off. They are not good. Like baby socks and baby's feet are not a match. So, and that comes to like my next point, which I didn't know exactly if I was gonna put into the video, but it is a necessity, right? Where are you gonna put the clothes? So you're gonna need some sort of dresser or some sort of clothes system that you're gonna organize the clothes in and put it all away into. So you have to think about that as well. I swaddle my newborns up until they're about 3 months old, and that has been incredible for me. I love that would comfort them. I would get them to sleep pretty easily because of that. So to find a good swaddle and have some sort of blanket to swaddle them up in was very important. Even though the swaddles I've had, and I tried quite a bit throughout my 3 kids, I did like the Velcro ones where you would just kind of shove them in and Velcro strap their arms down. They couldn't get out of them. So I would recommend maybe those. I only had one with Alex, my firstborn, and honestly, like I use that one every day. I mean, it was pretty gross towards the end when we were done swaddling, but it was really good, and so I still recommend those. And as they grow, I would recommend some sort of sleep sack. It clips right here. It's like a wearable blanket. Anyway, those are really awesome too. Another thing that I would like to add is a pack and play. A pack and play is great for so many different reasons. More of a thing that's nice to have when I go over to grandma's house, or he's gonna be sleeping over somewhere, or we're going camping, and it's just this portable crib that you can take with you. When I just gave birth to William, we moved to this house 2 weeks before I gave birth to him, and I had the pack and play in the living room, and I had, you know, changing station and everything. So that was nice to have a place to set him down away from the kids. Right now, I don't use it as often. I will use it when I go somewhere on a trip or something. So for leaving the house, you're going to need a car seat and base. I love the car seats that come with the base, obviously, because you can just snap it right in. I have the Nuna car seat. I like the way it looks. I like that it's lighter than most car seats. My babies sleep in it if we're going out and about somewhere, so that's been really nice. And as they grow up, you're going to need to transition into another car seat, the bigger style ones, booster seat, all of that. So many car seats. I would recommend a stroller as well. This is one of the more pricier items. My stroller has been great. I used the Nuna one for my first 2. With my 3rd, I finally got a double stroller, which I am very happy about. It has been so convenient, and I got the bricks. I'll insert a picture here. I had the one that had the 2 seats in front of each other at first. It wouldn't stroll as well. It didn't go through all the curves as nicely as I would like it to. It was very, very bulky. So I got the one that has the seats kind of on top of each other, like a bunk bed kind of, and it is so nice. And the person that is underneath never has complained that there's a seat in front of him. He looks out to the sides. So a stroller is another must-have. That brings me to some of the bigger items, like a bassinet. A bassinet is not necessarily a necessity. It's nice to have because you want your baby nearby you, but you could technically put the crib in your room if your space allows it. My first used it for 3 months, and my other 2 used it for 4 months. So it's really there for such a small amount of time, so you might just be throwing away your money. Matters on you, but even if you want to keep your baby in your room for longer, the bassinets are only so big, and honestly babies grow so fast. So like my babies at 4 months, they're literally as long. They're touching from the head to the toe, the sides of the bassinet. So I would, obviously your choice, but just letting you know. So a crib, somewhere permanent that they can sleep. I used a rocking chair and a bobby pillow for my first baby. I really liked it for him. I had that time to sit there and breastfeed him, and it was kind of more laid back because he was my only baby. I had the time to do all of that, you know, to put the pillow on, to just feed him. With my other two, it was more of a rush thing. It was not as smooth going, and breastfeeding was kind of done anywhere, at any time, any place. So I would be on the couch, I would be laying down in the bed, could be walking around making food while breastfeeding. So as much as I would have liked it to, I didn't have time or breastfeed much with the pillow and the chair. So once again, up to you, that's just my experience. And for the very last item that I think you're going to need is a high chair. High chairs are great. Obviously, there's somewhere for the baby to eat. They're in a safe place. They're usually higher up. It's nice and secure. We use that obviously every day, a few times a day. So that has been a very huge blessing, as well as Bibs are nice. So that's kind of my baby essentials for from 0 to a year, I would say.
I also forgot to add some sort of diaper bag. I really like this backpack diaper bag. It made my life so much easier trying to balance 3 kiddos.
These are the basics that you're going to need, and that's everything that I've used. I've never been like, oh, I wish I had this fancy baby thingy, because honestly, babies don't need it. I've had bouncers, I've had little jumper thingies, I've had swings. My babies hated them. I don't know, maybe that's just my babies. So yeah, I congratulate you with your little baby. I am so happy for you, and I hope that you will take in all this newborn time, because it is so precious and so fast. It goes by so fast. And I want you to leave a comment down below saying your little story. When are you gonna give birth? Do you have a baby? What is your must-have? Like, is there something that I missed, so we can help each other down in the comments and share our experiences as moms. I am very thankful that you were here and that you listened to this video. May God bless you, and I am praying for each and every one of you. Bye.